All right, we're going to take a few minutes and go over the sewing test in your packet on page 13. The first question asks, where do you turn the machine on at? You turn the machine on the right-hand side. It's a rock switch and it's right above the power cord. Where does the pedal need to be when you are sewing? The pedal needs to be right here underneath the sewing machine, not out in the walkway where it could get accidentally stepped on. Number 3, which part of the bobbin should you be able to see when you place the bobbin in the machine? Well, here's the bobbin up here, and you should be able to see this front part of the bobbin. It has a little door or a little latch on it, and it also has this pointy part called the cattail. The back of the bobbin, looks like this. It looks like an open, kind of almost like a cookie cutter. So that's the part you should see when you put in the sewing machine. Number 4, where on the sewing machine does the bobbin case go at the end of every day? It goes right up here on top, where the bobbin winder spindle is. How much does the bobbin case cost to replace? $42.99. What is the difference between scissors and shears? Well, scissors, they're inexpensive. You can buy them really at any kind of grocery store or craft store. They are meant to just cut paper and be replaced if necessary. Shears, on the other hand, are specialty scissors used just for textiles, so fabric and threads, and they're used, or they're expensive. They're usually, between usually $25 and $50. And they're meant to last a lifetime if you can keep track of them. You can sharpen them and use them just continually. Number 7, what do you cut with the shears? Only textiles. And in here that means our felt and our threads. What do you not cut with shears? Don't cut paper, don't cut fingernails, don't cut hair, just anything other than textiles. Where and how should you store your shears after you use them? Well, inside your drawer there is a box, and your shears go inside of the box. It's either a clear box or a blue plastic box. How much do the shears cost to replace? Usually somewhere between $30 and $50. It kind of depends on the shears that we buy that particular year. Flipping over to page 14, what should you do with the pins after you use them? Well, they should go all the way back in their case, on the magnet or in the pin cushion. When sewing, in what position should the presser foot be, up or down? So here's a little close-up of the presser foot. And when you're not sewing, it's up. When you are sewing, it's down. And when it's down, it will come into contact with the feed dog, and it will allow the fabric to be pulled through the machine. If it's up, the feed dog, they're not touching anything, and so your fabric will just kind of dance around in place. How should you cut your threads when you are done sewing? Well, you can cut them with your shears. You can also cut them with a little teeny tiny knife. Inside of this plastic case, there's a razor blade knife, and you can just, when you're all done sewing, if you have some extra thread, you can cut it through or thread it through that, and it will just cut it for you. 15, at the end of each sewing day, you need to turn your machine off, clean up all threads and garbage, scraps. Make sure all the pins are in the pin cushion. Make sure the shears are in their box. Make sure your bobbin case is on top of your machine. Tuck in your chair and place your materials in your bin. All right, down at the bottom there is a statement, and it says, I am mature enough to properly use the sewing machine and shears. I understand if I don't use them properly, I will not be allowed to sew. And that's where you'll sign your name.